Welcome to Manor Lords. This is a game I have been waiting years for. Back when Twitter was Twitter and kind of worth being on. I've been watching I think it was at the time just a single person who was developing this game, which is incredible. I know there's a lot of videos out there for this game, but I still want to show it off because I have been loving it. It is very much in early access. You can see that as you're playing. There's a lot of placeholder stuff and things to be added, but it looks incredible and it's a lot of fun to play. So let's go ahead and jump in. You can pick your portrait and you can make a coat of arms. This is one I made for the channel, a different save, and then I did save coat of arms. I think this is going to be a work, like this isn't quite working just yet, but it has been a lot of fun. You can do like split ones like this, so you can have like multiple patterns going on, but we're gonna go with this guy. Now there's different setups that you can do here. This one is, there's no combat. You just need to reach large town settlement level. After that, you may choose to continue in the endless mode. This one's kind of a balanced one. Conquer every region, build at your own pace. And then this guy is more aggressive. Survive all the attacks and reach large town. So I'm going to go with restoring the peace. You can also adjust all kinds of different aspects here. So currently there's just early access map. What is kind of cool is there's different sections, and when you start a new save, you're put in a random one. And I think the resources in it are randomized. I love this little pan in on your town. It does that even after you've been building. All right, so let's go ahead and give a pause and read the message. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. That will unite the lands. All right, so let's see where we're at. This view shows which regions are under whose control. You can press claims on other regions when you gain enough influence. Okay. So I've had, let's look at the map. The save I'm doing right now started here, and let's zoom in. You could see that it's different. So like I started over here. This had berries. The stone was over here. There was wildlife here. So it's quite replayable because like this guy was over here. The way you lay out your town is based on the resources. So by having them in different locations on the map, it makes, even if you play in the same area, totally different. My first save, I think it was in this square as well, but it looked quite different. All of my resources were in this forest right here, except for stone, which was right here. So you can see that there's quite a bit of replayability, even for being early access. So where's our camp? Down here. So this is where we're going to start. We have this homeless tents. They'll disappear once everyone has homes. So you don't really need to base where you're building off of this, because this will probably end up moving. I think I'm going to tend to build more right here. I'll probably have a woodcutter start clearing out this bit of the forest because, you know, something that's fun about this game is everything has to be physically moved. That's why you're given this ox. He moves every branch or every log that you use. So travel time is something to be considerate of. And with everything so spread out, I kind of want to be a bit more central to it. Every region in Manor Lords has strengths and weaknesses. Be sure to check all the deposits as well as investigate the fertility before deciding the direction of your town. If the region is weak in fertility, consider setting up a trade route. Fertility. Okay, so I don't know that this one's particularly... wheat is great. Flax. We've got some places for flax. Barley is pickier. And then rye. I'm gonna say that the fertilities might change. Because I'm pretty sure when I was playing, all of this was yellow. Except for like over here was a tiny green pocket. So that's something that also changes, which is cool. Alright, back to what we were doing. We want a logging camp. Let's see. This can be moved, so I don't really want to take down trees. So we'll set that there for now. Unassigned families work. Timber requires the oxen to be moved. So here we can see people who will be building for us. This is people who have jobs, and they are actually whole family units doing each job, which is an interesting way of going about it. I haven't really seen that in other games, but I do enjoy that. So we've got the woodcutter going. Once this is done, you can assign where they're cutting. So we'll be doing that. We won't be able to get new people moved in until we have at least 50% approval, which we currently do. But that's because it hasn't taken into account their homelessness yet. I think they do it at the end of the month. Oh yes, we have exposed goods. So stuff left out will be ruined by rain. So we have our food and stuff here, which we'll want to get under cover. I bet we could put the ox. Move. I think it might look nice in this where this road is kind of naturally curved. So it's like it's going around the ox. So it'll be nice. Drawing roads here is a joy, and it is also free, which is a godsend. I'm going to take a road out here. I want to... Oh, maybe we'll sneak through right here and then connect something like this. Then you can adjust the... Okay, got it. Yep. We can adjust the curve. Find like there to generally be pretty good. So go ahead and click to construct, and we just have it. If these bushes are annoying, we can take under cosmetic. There's a remove shrubbery. So we could do that. It won't delete like trees and stuff. It's just things that don't have any gameplay use. So now we have a road that'll come here. We'll use that to get stone later. But I was mainly thinking because this is a trade point, it'll be nice to have a road kind of quicker into this area. Oh, we're getting about done here. I love how it looks when they build stuff. Okay, so let's get somebody assigned. And then let's grab our work area. Probably want to go a bit more into this forest than this one because this is where the berries and the game are. So let's do something like that. So they'll start cutting all the stuff out of that area. They'll get this guy moved here in a minute. I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. Signed and sealed by my own seal. So you could see up here. This is very early access, I think. They don't have like towns or anything, but he has claims on this area. And as I play, he'll start claiming other areas as well. The start of the communication seems like it's going to be really interesting. So you have like these things and you can like click and drag it. So you can write a letter here. But we don't want to do that just yet. I'm looking forward to that being bulked out more. I'm trying to decide if I would expand my farms this direction or this direction. Because I'd probably want the granary kind of close to that. Well, we also have these two over here. So let's take the granary maybe over here. Kind of in between all those points. Bit far for the hunting, but that's fine. Alright, so we've got our... This is where the ox will chill when he's not in use. Here we can see things that are available. We can also toggle it so we can see how much we have in general. So you can see we have 7 total, but only 5 are available because we have the granary under construction. Let's also get a storehouse. Ooh. You can adjust the priority. So I've got the granary a little more higher than the storehouse. I just think that having our food ruined is a little worse than having like our general supplies ruined. I might get started on building my fields just so I know where I want them. They won't be of any use until we have a farmhouse, but I can then show off the flexible plots, which are very cool. So it says there on what just popped up that it needs to be quite big to be useful. So the Morgan measurement there, it says about 1 would be a good starting point. So here it's too big. So that's about the size that it recommends. So we'll go ahead and plant there. I'm a little sad to be losing those trees, but that's fine. And then I might do another 2. Let's see, how big would this one be? Not quite big enough, so we'll go just a little further. There we go. Another field, and then maybe 1 more. There we go. And then you can have all kinds of cool shapes if you'd drawn in a road first. As you can see here, it'll follow the curves. So I could have put more roads here if I didn't want this like straight line. That's where I think I'll plan for our fields for now. We'll get to those in a bit. Let's check in on how this is going. It's going to take a little bit because we need the ox to bring the supplies from over here. But look at the views. Like, that looks so stunning. Alright. I also have the day-night cycle on right now. Hopefully that's not too terrible on YouTube. It's nice to get a little bit of visual variance from the daylight. So here we have the granary. We'll want to assign someone, and what they'll do is go out and get food and bring it here to be stored. The the general storehouse will work the same. There we go. Get somebody working here. The start is hard because you only have what is equivalent to like 5 people to assign. And so you have to be quite picky about what you're doing in the very start. Alright, we're getting some stuff cleared out here, which is good. Could maybe... I'm trying to decide if I want houses here. Might as well, I suppose. I was thinking maybe having it has this road going this way and another curved one, so I might extend this and maybe have a market in the middle of this, like, triangle it will create. But for now, let's go ahead and put a couple houses here. So you can see this has that like flexible plot making, which looks so cool. I don't think that's how I want it, so I was trying to see if I could get it to snap in between these 2 points, but it doesn't seem like it. So I'll go ahead and just go this direction. So right now we would get 3 houses that have the ability to have extensions put on, which is a very cool part of this game, and we'll get into once we get to that point. But I'll say let's go like this. It doesn't matter how long you make them. I think it always costs 2 per house. So you also have the option to like shrink it. So this would have the potential to have 4 families and 2 upgraded backyards. But I think I'd like the 3 separate houses. Let's go ahead. You can also rotate it if you want to use a different street than what you started on. But I think this will be a good front. So we'll do that guy. Another thing we'll probably want to get queued is a well for people to drink from. Probably put it... Will it fit there? It does. Put it there. I have the setting on where it needs to be put where there's underground water, which is what those these blue lines are. So I couldn't place it anywhere, which I'm happy with. All right, we got one house. Okay. A second house, and they're off to work on another one. Third house. Alright, and sometimes a single person will move in, so like let's say it's just the husband, and then after a bit of time the rest of the family will join him, which I think is a fun detail. Here we can see their little yards. Let's check out the details here. You can see the different things you could do. We have regional wealth here, which we could spend to upgrade people's backyards. So I'll probably have the first person here have a chicken coop. That'll give us just a passive source of eggs. And then we'll leave these two for now. When it comes to the vegetable garden, like the bigger your yard is, the more vegetables it can grow. So I probably want a bigger spot for that. Other things you can see here. Let's go ahead and close this. You can upgrade, but you need to satisfy all of these needs. We have the well being built, so that will probably take care of this. We need the church, and then we need a lot to do with the market, which we'll probably build here in a minute. Wonder, let's see, can we maybe have 11 timber? Okay. So let's go ahead and build another 3 houses. Thinking something. I don't like that. There we go. But before that, we should probably get our berry source. So, get this guy. I'll probably up its priority. So let's get us this up to the highest priority. Up here you can see we only have 2 months of food left. So it's going to be pretty important to get this guy going. We have 6 months of fuel. So we'll want to get a firewood cutter eventually, but for right now the priority is going to be getting the berries there. Ta-da! We have ourselves a forager's hut, which we'll get somebody assigned to. Now we have 1 builder's family, so things will end up going quite a bit slower. Alright. So, to get more population, you need to have enough of the plots and enough approval. We've gotten a point here, which I'm going to put into the heavy plow, which makes the gardening so much easier. We now have everyone out of the tents, so all of the tents and supplies have moved. A strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you'll now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows, either by making them or by importing them from other lands. So we go down to here, and we ended up with a lot of spears, so I'm going to start a spear militia. And that's as far as I've gotten into the military on any of my saves. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out these farms for now. If we look at fertility, so I would probably queue barley here. Crop rotation, barley, don't want that just yet. This one will probably be flax, and this one will do wheat. But we need to get that farm built. We'll stick that right there. Oh, family members have joined one of our groups of people. So we're now up to a population of 15. We started out with 10, but we still only have the 5 families to assign. While we wait for the farm, I will also set up our marketplace. Thinking something like this. So maybe a little bigger. Doesn't get a lot of market stalls. I wonder if it's because of that tree. Work area, and then just make it very tiny. Clear out this, please. Thank you. Well, the farmhouse is finished before we got that tree cut down. That is a bit surprising. So I might get some people in here. And we want to upgrade this highest so that we can use the ox to plow the field. You have to take into consideration when you're growing your crops that eventually the crops will take out all of the nutrients in the fields. So you have to either leave them empty every couple years or for several years. You can upgrade it later so that you can allow like sheep to spend a year in it to help get it its nutrients back faster. Oh, I gotta unassign the farmers so that they can... Oh, I can't. Let's see. Which one of you is the farmers? You. You're the farmers. Okay, reassign here. Then I can remove them. And then we'll have a family. Oh, now we're low on fuel too. Ugh. Okay. So we'll get a woodcutter's lodge going as well. That will cut firewood for everybody. I might just build it and hope that once the tree's gone, we can put more market stalls here. So the people will build their own markets stalls and run them and everything on their own, which I think is very cool. The individual families and people seem to be, they feel more real. You'll have like two people of the family like gathering the berries, and then you'll have one of the family members running the market stall that they put up themselves. I just think it's a nice little detail. Oh, they just took down that tree. It did not increase how many are here. So let's go ahead and demolish that and do it again. Because I'll make it smaller if that is just an area that can't be used. Okay, yeah, I cannot. So we'll bring it closer to where the stalls end, so we're not wasting space. Okay, that will be their market right there. Let's get a road. So that little triangle will be our marketplace, which I think will look cool. We kind of need that marketplace done to get our approval up. Just because there was time where people were homeless, it'll take down our approval for a bit. But once we get a variety of food to the people, that approval will go up, and then we'll start having people join us. Huh. We have our first stall. First two stalls. We have one for food and one for firewood. Okay, let's take someone here, and then let's assign the ox here so that the ox can plow the field instead of having them do it by hand, which is terribly, terribly slow. Since we have a good amount of logs and not a lot being built right now, I'm going to... I took the woodcutter off, and then I'm going to have them build the firewood shop and then put them there for a bit. Sometimes the ox... I mean, he still goes much faster, but he also is sometimes very not useful. So currently, it's not going back and forth. It's walking all the way to a different spot, doing a line, going to a different spot, doing another line. So there's a lot of wasted time. And I don't know what makes the difference. It seems like sometimes it's based on if people have done a little bit by hand, it puts it into a weird mode. Because if it's like a fresh field, it will do like back and forth, back and forth. But, oh well. It's still faster, even if it's less efficient than it could be. Alright, now that our good friend the ox is just about done. Yep. We're going to take him out so he can go back to building stuff. His job is kind of done for the time being, and now people are going to be putting in seeds. That'll get our first field going. We have berries coming in. This is our first look at Manor Lords. I don't know if this is something that you guys want to see on the channel, like a proper playthrough. But this is what it's looking like so far. I love the way it looks here up on the slope. A lot of games can't handle that very well. But I think it looks great here. And then we can take a journey up the road to go see our farms. Here's our little market. Here's our well. And this is the woodcutter who's going to be making us some fuel. I see the woodcutters are working here. They'll be taking the branches off before it becomes a proper log that can be used. And then up this hill. Man, I wouldn't want to walk this every day. Get some serious calves. But going home would be easy. So we head up this hill. We have our storages. Oh, that was cruel. I didn't realize how much of a slope it was, to be honest. But they get hand carts, these guys. But that's where our storage and food is. And then here is our farmland up on top of the hill. We've got our wheat going in. You can see it's starting to grow. Those two will be empty this year. The middle one will grow next year. Here's our farmland, or our farmhouse. This game looks so good. It is ridiculous. It is so picturesque. Like, look at that view. Incredible. I'll go ahead and pop into my other save and show you how that's looking as well. Alright, so here we are at the one I just started. So it's still a pretty small town, but you can see how totally different it is from the one we were just at. This is June of my second year. But it gives such different vibes depending on where your start is. So this one is in the middle of the map, and the one we were just in, yes, is down here. So this is where we were building before, and you can see here all the resources in the forest, the stones over here, which is even different from the other map where I built here. Here's what it looks like when you have one of the houses growing some crops, which is a little passive bit of vegetables. Oh. And here is the first one I did, and this is the same map as we were just at. As you can see, there's the hill, but all of the resources are here except for stone. And it started me up on this upper area. So here we have the first town I made. I think I have an upgraded house. Let me see. No, this is a tavern. We've got a church going on. I think I have a lot of houses ready to upgrade. Yeah, so I could be upgrading houses. There's a trading post where you can sell what you have extras of. You can also purchase stuff from other areas. This is how you purchase sheep. And then once you have different regions, you'll be able to send stuff between your different regions through a different building. This is an upgraded house. You can see a different roof going on from all the rest of the houses. And we have one being built here. Looks like our chicken coop and our tiny crop field. That is a little look into Manor Lords. Let me know if you want to see a full series of it. I've certainly been having a ton of fun with it on my own. And then it is, again, very much early access, so things would change if I did a series on it. There's a lot to be added still, things to be adjusted, but I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how it grows. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.